Hello everyone and welcome back to marianamasbooks. My name is Mariana and today I am here with a flip through for the Inglewood hunting deck by IanCumpstey at Skadi Press. This is a set of medieval style playing cards that is very cool and that I have never seen on YouTube, which is why I decided I wanted to do a flip through. And here you can see two other decks from IanCumpstey, and I'm showing this because I got the Inglewood hunting deck through his latest Kickstarter, which was for the second edition of the Great Parade Tarot. But this video wasn't about the Great Parade. I'm going to show you the Inglewood hunting deck, medieval luxury pattern playing cards. So as I said, this is a playing card set, but it is an unusual playing card set. I adore all of Ian's boxes. He has the best boxes in terms of the design. The only thing I don't love about this box is the quality, but I don't know if it got damaged in the shipping because I shipped it to my uncle's house. This Kickstarter shipped months ago, since last year, but I sent it to my uncle's house and he brought it to me when he came to visit. So this is why I'm just now doing the flip through. I literally received it this weekend, so it was like the shipping from the UK to the US and then the travels from the US to Mexico in my uncle's suitcase. So it could have gotten a little damaged. It's not super bad. I just I don't know, it's not my favorite in terms of production, but in terms of design it's absolutely my favorite. And so you have the title card here, the Inglewood hunting deck, and the entire deck has just animals. The pips are animals, and it's also very watercolory, which again I love. So the suits are hawks, hounds, pheasants, and deer. And it says, in the early days of playing cards there was a bit of experimentation with the suits and with the art, and these were based on medieval hunting practices. And specifically this Inglewood hunting deck is based on the Stuttgart and Ambras hunting decks from 15th century Germany. So this deck is based on those. And yeah, it is watercolor, all hand drawn, hand painted by Ian, and the first edition is from 2016. This edition is from 2023. So okay, enough presentation. I'm going to show you the cards. How do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to lay them here. And as you can see, it has a beautiful watercolor quality, and the colors are super soft, super beautiful. And the number of the cards is the number of the animals. So this is the deer suit. And as I was saying, I have been lusting over this deck since I first saw him relaunch it, and he had a Kickstarter and everything, but I didn't know if I was going to be able to read with the deck. I thought, okay, this is going to be very pretty, but am I going to be able to use it? Parenthesis, pause, I'm going to continue with the story. Just want to show you the chords, because the 10 is the 10 is a banner. So the numbered cards are like 1 through 9 are the number of animals, but then 10 is the banner. And then you have the court. The courts are normal, like the jack. You have the queen, and you have the king. And the reason why I love them are because they are so medieval. And like if you see the courts with the banner, it just is incredibly medieval. And as you know, medieval is my thing, so I really loved them. But as I said, I didn't know if I was going to be able to read with them. But then I started reading learning cartomancy. This is my favorite suit, I think, the hounds. I love the color palette, and again the watercolor. So I started learning cartomancy, and when I say cartomancy, I don't just mean playing cards. Cartomancy is just reading cards. I think technically tarot reading is cartomancy because you're reading cards. But when I started reading cartomancy, meaning playing cards, but also other cartomantic systems, Lenormand, kind of keeper, divinatory oracles, and I mean also, Marseille classic tarot in a classic cartomantic style of reading, I understood that the way you read cards is you read the function of the elements in the cards and the interaction of those elements based on their function. So if you have swords, swords are either attack or defend, or they can stab, so they're harsher. You think of the use of the swords, right? And that's how you use them. And then based on that use and the number of the swords and where they are placed, if you have a person and then you have a sword, then it's like aggressive because you're attacking or defending, depending on the reading. So when I understood that, I suddenly thought that I was going to be able to use these cards, because these I could just go by the function of the elements and what they generally say. So you have, for instance, here the blue suit is the deer and this one is hounds. So you have two suits with animals that are hunted and two suits with animals that hunt. And so, the hounds are a more active suit than the deer, because the deer are the ones hunted. I'm not even going to research into how they would read or the equivalence. I know some people like to say, okay, so are hounds, what are hounds in terms of the equivalence of the pips? Are they the I don't know the names of the pips of playing cards in English. There are hearts, there are diamonds, there are clovers, I guess, and there are I don't know the names of the suits of the playing cards in English, but some people like to see the equivalence, right? What is this equivalent to? I don't want to see the equivalence. I'm reading them based on the function. So you have two active suits, you have two passive suits, you have two aggressive suits, you have two gentle suits. And again, like you do in cartomancy, it's the interaction and the number of elements that I would read. So if you have more hounds, it's more aggressive than if you only have one hound. It's more active than if you only have one. So if you have a card that has just one deer and many hounds, then there is a clear interaction there. But if you have a card that has many deers and then just one hound, then the interaction changes. And that's how I want to read them. And so when I figured that, hold on, let me clear this mess a bit so you can see the cards better. So these are the hawks, which would be another active suit, another more aggressive suit, and also, you know, you could read it in the sense that these are air animals, so they fly, so that could also give you information in a reading, you know. So when I realized that I realized, wait, I can read with this. And so, of course, I thought I'm going to buy them. And so, of course, when, like at the first opportunity, which was the Kickstarter, I thought I am 100% going to get the hunting cards. There's no use. It's just a mess. Okay. So, when he announced Ian in Instagram, he showed a picture of the process of doing the new edition of the Great Parade. And as I saw it on Instagram, I just started following the process and I was eagerly waiting for the Kickstarter. As I said, I didn't even pay attention to all the details. I just backed it immediately and I added the hunting deck to as an extra, and I'm super excited I have it. And then finally you have the pheasants. So these are, I also love these because of the color. So you have these ones are golden, and again the beautiful watercolor. It's just an all around stunning deck, and I am so happy that I have it. So yeah, and again you have the banner and the jack. This jack has an arrow. You know, this also gives you information. And I'm going to, just so you see all the colors. The color palette is just very beautiful. I adore this deck. And then this final, it says second edition by IanCumpstey, and little rabbit. And yeah, I really adore this deck. I'm obsessed with the hound suit. I think it's so cool. The color. I mean, look at this. Is this not the coolest deck you have ever seen? Check this out, like the banner and the hounds. It's so medieval that I am in love. Oh, and the backs, I always forget. These are the backs. Very similar to other decks that he has. And again, the box, which is my favorite box by him. It's brown, which, you know, brown is my favorite color, and it has this subtle pattern and the beautiful lettering. Yeah, he's just an amazing artist. I love his work so much. One of my favorite creators, without a doubt. And yeah, so for today that would be it. I just wanted to show this deck off. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have it? Had you seen it? Do you have other decks by Ian? I love reading you in the comments. And that would be it for the moment. I will see you soon with another video. Bookish video on Sundays. Tarot video on Tuesdays. Not every Tuesday, but Tuesdays. And yeah, I'll see you soon. And in the meantime, I wish you happy reading, whether that be book reading, card reading, or whatever form of reading you prefer.